he moves, he should use that mini. Yeah. He should, ultimately, when you're getting cross like that, when you're Macwood and Finny, it's not going to matter that much.
I mean, you're not wrong. He had time, he had zone. He should have definitely yielded.
Could have played a little slower there, but it's all right. Mission accomplished. 6 eliminations for him. Doesn't get the placement bonus, though, the placement point. I'm sure he would have wanted to howl with that compact SMG.
You got to be careful when you're standing stationary like that. You see that counter fire from the pump coming right to the face, forcing him to now waste the shield here. Yeah, it looks like we have a lot of players hugging up on one another. Twitter, Hansen, AK Pearl, E11 Anthony, 72 hours.
Low on Dusty Divot. The rest of them are going to be flying.
Ooh, flashy grapple play.
A little nice
good.
There. You like to see it?
Trying to land in, takes that high ground. Careful you don't fall into a trap play here. This player has a hand cannon below him. Now time to relocate off to the side.
A good kit, though. He has that heavy assault rifle, the compact SMG, the blue pump shotgun, as well as the grapple hook, some minis if he needs to bring him back up to 50 shields if necessary. A decent
next elimination, which is going to net worth him a point. In comes the RPG hand cannon. We saw it yesterday from Twitter. Hansen looks like he might have took some notes, and it was Symphony.
Can't edit your way out of that one.
Cannot edit your way out of that one. True fact. Unfortunately, Symphony is going to fall around that 35th placement. This is going to be a southwest rotation here. Somewhat of a tough one. Land on top of the crossfire, so he's playing that natural tree for coverage. Floats for a little too long.
Outlet. He took so much damage, but he's going to be able to stay alive.
He has no heals, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's got to hit one of these crazy shots right now when this next open happens. This is going to pretty much give him the heals he needs.
He's waiting for this player to push so he can get that HP buff if possible. Some more rockets coming in. Outlet just needs to start spamming rockets.
He's
Take out anyone he
trying.
possibly can. Doesn't matter where they are. You got the hand cannon. You can remove the wall, and then you can go for the rocket immediately. It's a tough one. He's going to get dropped by Lisserin.
Yeah, big mistake from Tahao right there. He did not have ultimate high ground. He's playing mid grounds, being that he was exposed from the top. He gets beamed off the game here. It's Posick. We see some good action from Posick yesterday. He has a grappler. Oh, this is some real high ground here.
Ooh. This is risky. And look who's low, by the way. I don't know if you saw it ever so briefly, but Ruse JT low with that Infinity Blade. It's going to be lurking over a good portion of this match.
Yeah,
Posick can't get above that one.
Even a touch up right there. Posick just got himself a point by taking out Liquid Chaff as well. So he's feeling good. He's kind of done his job so far. And we're approaching top 10.
There's JT with the Infinity Blade. And he ate some damage, but he's going to get the heals per second for holding that weapon. Tig drops Nolan off screen.
And there's a lot going on. Ultimate high ground's going to be snacked by Macwood. No, I'm wrong. It's actually Poach and Posick. Or, sorry, 72 hours and Posick who are fighting for that ultimate high ground. 72 now way up top. Over all of the competition, decent materials, kind of baiting out, seeing if there's any threats nearby.
This is when things are going to get really risky for 72 hours because you have a rocket above you. And
all of these players happy they got themselves a point.
This is
72
rough.
wants the high ground. Gosh, back and forth contest right here. Faking out, snatching materials, it's all his now.
And that was Mitro who was in the top 10. Learson as well.
It was
JT is out. Yeah, JT's going to be out of this.
All right, here we have it. E11 Anthony with the Infinity Blade at the ultimate low ground. These other players are playing mids and super high. This is actually better for Anthony. It's just going to buy him time for endgame. These guys are doing all the hard work for him.
Anthony wants to wait for that one player to fall, and that will give him top 3.
And a point.
Good all. Tomdez is so weak down low. The storm getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Anthony's going to be eliminated. Anthony's going to pick up the elimination onto Tomdez. That player was so weak, so low, and 72 Hours actually might be able to outlive him here.
He's totally going to outlive
Royale.
We talk about the Infinity Blade can help you make it to endgame. It looks like these players realize that if you want to outplay the Infinity Blade, you got to get out of its reach. And if you can go super high early on, that's what happens.
But Infinity Blade players typically at the end will just start jumping around, and they just hid and used that HP bonus. But let's look at the final moments of that game. And it was 72 Hours who had the highest ground. And then he looked and he was like, wait a minute. The Infinity Blade player was just glowing like a candlestick down low.
He revealed himself at that point like, hey, listen, I know I can't do much at this point. We're top 3. It's the best I can do. Take me out, brother.
I think Anthony just thought that he won.
No way, man.
You don't think so? Up because the elimination happened. It wasn't near him, so yeah, he had to have been looking up, and then at that point, you're just like, well, that's that.
Yeah, but you know, the touch on the play styles that things have kind of shifted.
And you know, I don't know how much I like that, because I like that the players were using the Infinity at some of the crazy moments that led to the conclusion of match 2. Slobbings, superstar alert.
In a very close exchange.
Very true. Aiden was weak.
Yeah.
Aiden was weak. He took the fight anyway. Slobbings had the confidence. He was able to stay alive and win that one out. Ruck's another one. This was fun when he... you think you're safe from the quad. No.
He ends up with like 5 eliminations or so. Pretty good game for him. Jacob here, we were just praising him, and then he lands right into another player. There's no look at Slobbings. Marksmanship right here.
He was on fire.
Yeah.
He was on fire. And 3 eliminations. He had a lot of HP, and then he says, wait a minute. There's going to be a player right underneath me.
200 IQ play right here. It kind of sneaks on over to the side, and that is the winning shot for him. Because had that med kick gone off, wasn't going to happen.
And then followed it up with the assault rifle shots on to the Infinity Blade player. Now, Legendian will still have the first place spot, but 72 Hours moves up 41 placements to second place. Anthony moves up to the top 4. Outlet is still going to stay alive in that top 3, but a lot of new faces here in the standings, Monster.
Yeah, you have Ifabot who moves up 25 ranks, slobbing all the way up to 69 plus ranks. 89 ranks on Dehal. Just quite the game for a lot of these players coming out and making 2 points for themselves.
JT there as well. Some other names. Vivid dropping 11 spots. Saf dropping 18 spots. Nolan coming up 11. Kenneth at that 47th. Kenneth has just been kind of quiet these first 2 games.
Yeah, these players are like just falling shy of the elimination threshold.
Dang it! I could have picked it up.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating when you're putting in all this hard work. You're just right there. Like we saw Vivid at some point with like.
It's the one and only 72 Hours on the line. How's it going, brother?
It's going good, man. I just won a game. I don't know if you saw it. It was pretty sick, though.
I actually didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm happy for you. I'm kidding. So, let's talk about it, or were you just going up just to go up and try and stay alive as long as you can?
I knew I had a grappler. I had some extra shields, so I was trying to avoid everyone because there's a lot of psychopaths endgame, and as you saw, and it worked out. The 3 launch pads I found in a vending machine.
What have you tried to tweak so that this way you could put yourself in a position like you did to get that victory royale?
Game 1, I tried to fight somebody early game, and he whooped me, and I was like, all right, I'm never going to fight that guy again. I'm going to avoid him.
The update happened, and there's so many new spots. You just try and mix it up and keep yourself on your toes.
No, definitely not. I try to claim a spot and hope everyone leaves me alone.
Much love, and looking forward to see you in match 3.
All right, take care. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate the interview.
You have a good one, brother. All right, take it easy. That was 72 hours from Team.
Or like a wood launchpad vending machine, by the way, that kind of just worked out, and that's why like rotating into vending machines is so important too. It can really shake up your loadout. We've seen at one point someone had 2 Rift to goes.
Even for myself, right? As I'm playing, I don't really think in the back of my mind that I'm going to put these resources in to get this particular item. But with the way that the scavenger mode works, and you get the plus 40.
Kind of like constantly at mat cap resource with the 40% buff. You just always see them like super stacked out, especially mids and early game. They're at 7, 5, and 3. 1,500 total pull. They have the resources to burn. Yeah, that's right. And as far as the biggest bonus goes, who is... That's a 6.
And that was without an Infinity Blade. He did that with some good old-fashioned gameplay.
Good old-fashioned snipes.
Yeah, it was really well done from Slobbings. Hoping to see more from him. Very simple. Let us know what do you want to see in Game 3. Who do you want to see win Game 3? You can also tweet at myself.
Read it. Okay. I'll write back to you guys. You see me.
I don't. All right? You come at me with that shade, shade gets thrown back. Okay. Yeah, so excited. We've seen some great games so far. No, yeah, we've really kind of started to trim down. He is about to begin. What will this game bring us? Lots of excitement for the top crown to be the champion, to get the biggest bonus. They want it all. One's really hoping for, doesn't exclude anyone as far as landing spots go. This is exactly what you want as a competitive player, and more importantly, you also want to land right on that Infinity Blade and take it and run, because we've seen how perfect it can be if you just have the, just a precise location as far as spawn goes. And it's going to be Loon, who's now looking to... He just lit up real quick. I saw a Chap's name in there. I saw, I think, Rue's name in there. I wasn't too sure. Yeah, JT's out. Yup. It just kind of popped off for a second there. And it's still going. Out as well. FH to God going off in the feed right now. Players are getting dropped. And if they're your favorites, I'm sorry. Yeah, so sorry. We don't want to be those guys, but we have to. Some more action with Prodigy Aces and Hydra. Hydra, who had some decent games, I would say, in Heat 2 yesterday. He had a decent Heat. I'm actually really surprised Hydra doesn't push this. He showcased yesterday that he can be pretty offensive. I like what he did. He tried to, counter-rotate, but I don't think it was the right call, man. Prodigy's going to go ahead and get on there and top off with a med kit. Prodigy just escaping near death, really kind of lucky. And I think Prodigy might believe that Hydra will still be inside of the facility. Yeah, that's why he's kind of like peeking around here, but Hydra's trying to use that, how do you say it, like, counter, counter the counter. This is good old, see, or around, or third person the entire view there so that he could get the jump on him, but... Man, poor Kenneth changing his landing spot again. Now go to Broken House outside, so Tilted didn't work, Retail didn't work. Now he's back to the outskirts of Tilted, and it's Eden who's just running around here looking for anyone to challenge him. His loadout is pretty okay. 6 Dynamite can pretty much crack open any building in Tilted at this current standing. And he's got extra shields. He's got some utility here if he needs to. Here's Kaizui, and that is going to send that player to the lobby. Dubs. So I see why he throws the heart there, because his head was sticking through the plank, which means that he was able to fire on through that suppressed pistol. Talk about if you can hit to the face, it does a lot of damage. Clarity versus Young Chung. Clarity knows that Young Chung's going to be below. Just wants to hack in so he can get in his face. Yeah, Young Chung had a pretty decent games yesterday. We saw him a few times. Today, unfortunately, I've seen him in the feed just kind of being victim. Could have been victim to Clarity a few times. So Clarity probably just feeling like, hey, I have the upper hand here. I've won this, early game a few times. You want to keep landing here, I'm going to bring it to you. wants to make Pleasant Park his home, his town. It's going to be this battle if Young Chung wants to take it. He's got balloons too. Balloons, the ultimate counter against the Infinity Blade.
True.
As my buddy Hysteria showed me yesterday on Twitter. That was pretty funny.
It's a pickaxe fight.
What is going on here? This is ridiculous. And JT tried to go for the blade. Chap, though, that's how Chap got the elimination on JT. So many players circling around. And Chap, does he pick it up? Oh, the Stormwing? Well, the Stormwing's not going to do anything. Legendian was not there to stop it. Chap has possession of the Stormwing. Oh, boy. That is one player I do not want to have that weapon on.
Yeah, we saw what he could do with it yesterday. He was pretty much running a show, that's for sure, around his heat.
Spades goes low, but Aspire's going to try and challenge it, see if he can get the wall replaced and get control.
Yeah, Spades kind of making the common move to try and go for the high ground real quick. Showing that he is ready to take it to the air. Nice cone play there. And the full trap off.
Ooh.
But he counter edits and Aspire pays for it. Too much building, not enough counter fire coming out of Aspire. But we changed that real quick because Spades gets chunked down.
Spades able to use the minis. Take him back in this one. Aspire probably doesn't have anything to really work with. The Harvest Tool comes out. Can he get it? He's going to actually be able to throw down the ramp right in front of him.
Yeah, Spades is waiting for the edit.
Nice.
You cannot make those easy edits when someone like Spades is waiting for you to do it. His crosshair was already pre-placed. Easy shot right there. And it's Tom Des, Vacaros, and Road. We've seen a lot of Road, man. Road's been successful in these battles, and it's because he plays smart. He's backing up here. Cass just cheeky shot on Tom Des from the side. All him. We talk about playing smart. That's it right there.
And because of that, you'll be able to use the big shield potion.
Legendary pump shotgun, man. It's scary.
It's not a bad loadout right now. I mean, I think you'd want to ideally upgrade from that SMG, but that legendary pump, not bad at all. Going on over, he got Cold, who wants to get in on the fun. He might be finding Rote. They're going to be near one another. Vacaros waiting. There's Cold. He has that heavy.
You know, we have quite the three-way battle going on here. Action pouring in. Rote. The savage edit on the window right there. Catches him off guard. Now relocating from Cold here. Nicely done.
Try again, Vacaros. Rote versus Cold is the battle we're going to be focused on. But Rote, as he breaks it, goes in for the challenge immediately.
Earned himself a full point.
Slobbings versus Ghost Aiden yet again. Oh, the grapple up.
Dodge.
Oh, and Aiden has been felled by Slobbings. Slobbings, the bane of Aiden's existence.
Slobbings really putting in good work at Tilted, showcasing that he can bring it to anyone in a close quarter engagement. That was a fantastic grapple play to dodge that RPG. And when you have a rocket launcher and you're that high up, and you see a player on the low ground, you don't really anticipate them to have a grappler to dodge that. That was perfect.
And look at the way that the dodge came in from the grapple. The rocket was...
Pixel miss. This is gonna be our first taste of like a super biased zone here. It's gonna go so north. Prior to this, it was mainly center, so it's gonna be pretty interesting how the southern players work their way up.
There's nothing there, and Pearl tried to grapple up, but Kevy now is gonna benefit from all of the goods. I want to upgrade some of these things.
Talk about a nice loot delivery, and Posick sees that there was something. The zip line, sorry. But it's all good. Stormwing's gonna play to his benefit here. He sees Kenneth is on the run now, hitting the lawn.
We have not talked about the zip line at all. Yesterday it did not even come into play, but today the zip line was not to be outdone by the Stormwings and the Infinity Blades.
You know, that's why I mentioned that whole activation thing is like kind of crazy. Oh, is he going to get edited on? He's waiting for the shot here. And the edit does not happen. He does have a grapple left. Still 4 shots. Slobbings Walls. Is this worth a point right here, by the way?
He's got to have control.
Clean trap play. He's trapping him in.
Oh, he goes in
One more
for it.
connection.
And Slobbings, that will be number 3 and a point. He has been on fire in match 3.
Man, I gotta say it. The players he's eliminated is pretty scary. Kenneth, Aiden, and Pistola. All of these guys, slayers.
And okay, I'm also going to give Slobbings a ton of credit too, because he looked like he got caught off guard by the zipline, and then in his mind was like, oh, wait a minute, I can actually make a play here because he's not going to expect me.
Exactly. He turns right back around, changes his momentum and direction, pulls out the hand cannon, starts breaking up structures. Baits Kenneth into exiting, and he says, ha, that's what happened to me, but I know exactly where you're going. He anticipated it.
Planned it beautifully, calculated from Slobbings. Probably our MVP
So
of games
far,
2
yeah,
and 3
absolutely.
thus far.
Jacob.
He's going to take all the goods.
That was a nice little shot right there. Heavy shotgun into following up with the AR. Very nice. Interesting. He drops the suppressed AR for the legendary Scar here. Oh, he's actually carrying all 3. So he replaced the slot because the normal legendary AR is really good for hip fire. A lot better than the suppressed version. The suppressed obviously great for long range engagements and for third partying. So I love this loadout right here. It's actually really strong.
It's utilizing the legendary AR is kind of
as an SMG,
a pseudo SMG.
His loadout's a little hurt. We talk about using the suppressed AR as a sidearm. You really don't want
damage, so they know he has 1 HP! 1 HP in a dream! A close range battle, and Slobbings, he gets the point.
AR connection right there. Pretty good, pretty good.
I think Saf was probably like, oh, that was easy.
You gotta be happy, right. You gotta be. Here's Kevy. Gets off a med. Why? Why'd you do that?
I mean, I think he was also surprised.
You have just outside of Saf's radius here. The metal junkyard. Who's out now with the early rotation.
No one's going to be around to look at him move out.
Yeah, everyone's looking. Blade, he has got himself 3 eliminations. Fully.
Hey! Goes right in with the blade. It's got to be careful, though. Stormwing. The Stormwing, not this time, and Chap ends up going all the way.
This is the zone where, you know, typically it's like 2 minutes before an elimination. Yeah, you do not know what this guy's got. Quite get seen by Chap. Chap's probably down here. Yeah, man, Nats is having a pretty rough one so far.
Kind of covered Tomato Temple a little bit, as well as the cliff sides. Oh, really some bumpy terrain around here.
Yeah, Jacob needs this one. Elam right here to catch him with a point. Be careful of the trap play. Lovely usage.
Ooh.
And wow, he doesn't expect that the wall was broken.
He just needs one more, and he doesn't get it, and you gotta be so mad with yourself when that happens.
Yeah, it's all on him. He's gonna be eating himself up for that one, unfortunately. Yep, that's the one that gives you nightmares right there.
You get 2 eliminations, you're in a battle for your last one, and you think this is it, and it does not happen that way. J-Love, he got hit. I don't know where that was from. But here's Chap. One more again. Goes on in.
Shing, shing. Bye-bye, Posick right there. He's going to take it out. Oh,
that's
no.
Sexro.
Sexro, too. Slow down, Chap, please. So now, if Chap picks up another elimination, he is going to be in the biggest bonus territory. Chap also utilizing that drop feature to, you know, pop some shields and stuff like that. Bounce back a little bit quicker.
Oh, Chap. Always thinking a step ahead of the competition. One more, and he's tied for the biggest bonus. 2 more, the biggest bonus is his. And the rate that he's going,
way higher now. If he breaks, that biggest bonus territory, I don't think he's going to look back as far as the rest of the competition goes.
I've only covered some of the other players that you saw that
Here's
were
Chap
in
still
the top.
hopping around.
Yeah.
Breaking up builds.
And you wish that you could just open comms and say, he's over here.
Where he's parked himself as well is on the outermost area. Most players will go center with the Infinity Blade. He's actually looking for elimination still. He's at the very edge. And he catches someone.
Yep.
DMS, whoever that was
Kyle.
right there, goes down.
Going to go and target him because clearly they don't know. So he should be able to hide, stay alive, unless they start to run into him. Kind of like the way Kevy might. Kevy was so close.
Squeaked on by there. Yeah, no one wants to, come across Chap right now. But, really, though, realistically, he's pretty weak. One pump can take him down right now.
But then you factor in that each second he's going to get 1 HP.
Yeah.
As soon as he finishes with 200, he's going to start gaining some shields.
So just taking a look at the world map here, players, key players like Vivid are still alive, Mitro still alive. They're looking to make a big rotation here because this zone is going southwest pretty hard right now.
Oh, two players actually landed right in front of one another. Didn't see who that was. Oh, Nistic and Mitro run into one another.
So hurt right now. So is Riverson. Cease is pretty much 1 or 2 pop away from getting eliminated. But I think Cease, he's just trying to hide here under that 3 layers of coverage, basically. He needs one
right there.
more. He's just right there. He probably hears the effect.
Oh.
The ambience.
Wait a
Mystic
minute.
picks up the sidekick. 5. He gets hit really hard there, but it's all good. The Scrappler has 1 more shot left. He's ahead of the competition now. As far as rotations go, beautiful quad launch to reset that build right there. Still needs to reload it though. Should push that player down as well, and that's a big chunky 80 to him as well.
5 eliminations. That's going to be number 6 on Spectro. And Nistic, he's playing without a care in the world.
This is what the quad launcher can do to you. Break up any player. Chap gets hit right there. Chap's on the run. Chap gets taken out.
Nistic takes out Chap. The Infinity Blade is in play.
Rushing it.
He's going for the blade, and he's picks it up. Could win this game. He has 7 elims.
Go for it. He's going for the biggest bonus here. Every elim's going to be a big point.
Huge moment for Nistic. Lining up another one, but that player's going to be able to run away. And this is what we were talking about before. A lot of players are playing very, very passive with the Infinity Blade. But this right here, jumping up and down, rips through all of the mats, rips through every single structure.
He's 30% faster than the competition as well.
But when you throw down a wall, you're able to at least fend off that swing. If he goes for it, the player had obviously no idea because he was running away from him.
Anyway. 15, it looks like. Actually, it's Clarity. Nistic takes out Clarity. Just after that, RPGs are popping off. Saf turns that around. He eliminates Vivid as well. He's in the lead.
2 for that one. Cease now on your screen. High Sky got Saf and Nav. We're down to the top 4.
It is going to go down. We have a low ground game between Cease and High Sky. Tyler putting pressure. Oh, the pressure from what sounds like an AR.
He's got to use that shield.
Tyler's got to be so happy. He's getting uncontested right now.
Vinny, High Sky. Vinny with 2. Now it's going to be a 1v1. And Tyler is your winner from above. No worries. That's going to be the victory royale.
What an end game that was, Golden Boy right there. Chap going crazy in the mid game with the Infinity Blade to then get picked off by our champion Nistic right there for a little bit.
Yeah. And also, I like that Nistic's that moment. Slides it up, pop, long distance, gets the elimination, and then
rushes
runs right for the blade.
All the grapple shots.
Oh man,
that was good.
That was a good one. That was a good one. We'll see who has the elimination biggest bonus. But for now, final moments. Let's see what happened.
up 2 kills at the end there.
Yeah, that was big for him because that puts him at 5 eliminations, which is worth that second point. Not to mention, Tyler's a little lucky. He only had 18 shots in the magazine left for his AR, so it kind of just, you know, the right cards were dealt.
You just gotta pray. You
gotta play it right.
You know, you just got to pray in those moments. But Tyler's gonna be your winner for match 3. Now we got Sundown with his top 3 moments of the first half.
What's up there, Golden Boy? Man, those first 3 matches were so absurdly exciting. I could not have been more pumped for the grand finals and to see what North America was late. First, we saw a little bit of Aiden Towers really coming to the fore. That pump shotgun shot is absurdly accurate, and seeing how he maneuvers in these close spaces is so impressive. Dropping down the trap to give him time to put down that shield, and he would have barely lived with 10 HP if it hadn't happened. Mackwood, again, trying to put the pressure down. Aiden fighting out of these 1x1s is so precise, so accurate, and he does 5, and here was number 6, Elam. That compact SMG putting the shots down on top of him, able to drop, and he is the one dictating the action the entire time. Incredibly impressive out of both of the veterans in match 1. Match 2, you want to talk about how to make a name for yourself? Went to Royale. Look at Slobbings. He got a shout out yesterday for his ability to fight against that Infinity Blade early, but his match in 2 was you see here just how patient he is with that snipe. He'd been hanging out on that corner and waiting. And notice again with each one of these snipes, he's wait till he's farming. At the last second, he flicks it back over. That's going to be a trend we see with both of those. And this is the close quarters fights we talked about. Aiden, just how good he was in the last clip. Slobbing gives it right back to him. Aiden's able to hit that pump, but Slobbing does not hesitate at all. And again, here's this quick little flick we were talking about. He sees not just those snipes, he's able to run through and utilize the rest of his kit as well to be incredibly effective, and it's nice to see him carry it over from the first qualifier into the grand final. Now, for match 3, we saw him on the victim of the other end of that snipe, but Row at DW, man, some really, really, really incredibly impressive play in the type. He has control over that wall, and you see he lines his shot up ahead of time, moves his character out of the frame for when he edits so Vakairos can't trade back onto him, and then as he slides his body over, boom, pump right to the face. It could not have been any more perfect. So that was 1, that was 2, and now we will see number 3 as he's out in match 2, streaking together 3 elims to get that point. Really well done, gentlemen. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Sundown, you are a pleasure as always. Thank you, brother, for your top 3 plays. Been some crazy moments, but let's see the standings. What do we have right now, and who's in the lead? So it's going to be Tyler 15 with 6 points. Legendian has moved down a spot, but still has 6. Nistic has moved up to 3rd place. I actually have, so my good buddy, Chris Puckett, the one and only, the legend himself, who also took a clinger to the face of the Stream Invitational, told me on Twitter, Nistic is actually one of his old 2v2 buddies back in his competitive days. I, for the longest time, was like, who is Nistic? Like, this has to be the same guy. Turns out it is. This guy's been competing for ages. I mean, he's kind of like a dinosaur like myself, so this is really nice.
And now it's a 3-way tie for first place, by the way, for 6 points. And there's a 4-way tie for 4th through 10th, or something like, or math, dude. 6 through 10th. Like, it's going down right here. These guys are really competing. Everyone wants to hit top 20.
You and I are both Boricuas from New York. The public education system there has failed us. All right.
Oh, no. Exposed. And here is the tiebreaker stats for 1st and 2nd Golden.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the eliminations, victory royales, the points, all the same. But for Tyler and Legendian, it's been about placement and time alive. Tyler has that just a smidge over Legendian.
Crazy to see, like, victory royales even, eliminations even. Just barely alive in one game is going to bump him up to 1st.
The top of the mountain is looking pretty stacked so far. What a day this has been. Some great games, and most eliminations is now an updated... And it's going to be Nistic! Yes, so Nistic has 9 eliminations. I just went on my rant about Nistic. So congratulations right now. Because you never know what can happen.
That one's looking pretty solid. I think that's right in the ballpark of where it should be for... I think
so sure of yourself.
I think so.
Do you not remember that a dude picked up 13 eliminations yesterday.
But remember, we shaved down the fat a lot from the previous heats.
Okay.
The games are a lot different now. I think players are feeling comfortable out.
Toe-to-toe for your entertainment. We hope you're having a good time. And we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it's time to start the second half and determine who will be your winner of the Winter Royale. We'll catch you in just a little bit.